Welcome back to Tails and Paws, where we explore the wonders of the animal kingdom. Today, we have something truly astonishing in store for you. We'll uncover some of the surprising animal relationships that will leave you amazed. From unexpected friendships to remarkable symbiotic partnerships, these stories will showcase the incredible connections that exist in nature. So, let's dive right in. Huskies and polar bears. In Canada, people witnessed a group of polar bears and huskies playing together on the ice. The huskies were tethered at their home base, and the wild polar bears were waiting for the winter ice to return to the coastline. The polar bears decided not to eat the huskies, and instead the group of animals were caught playing together on the ice. Cats and ducklings. A mother cat, moments after giving birth to her own litter of kittens, came across a couple of ducklings on the family property. As she had just given birth, instead of her usual instinct of eating the ducklings, the mother cat turned into somewhat of an adopted mother. She cared and nurtured the ducklings, with them even drinking her milk. It was a lucky fate for this group of ducklings. Jaguar and Jack Russell. Having spent their younger years in the same enclosure, as this big cat and small dog grew up, they refused to separate from one another, even when staff attempted to move the jaguar to a larger enclosure. This pair sleep, eat, and play together, spending all their time together in their shared enclosure. Rhino and sheep. To help an orphaned rhino calf learn to graze and to help them survive, this calf was put together with a sheep. The rhino learnt to graze through the sheep, also allowing it to de-stress as the rhino calves don't do well when left alone. Lion and oryx. In Kenya, a lioness spotted a newborn oryx in the wild and started to care and nurture it. Thought to be because of a trauma in the lioness's past, she was seen to continue to care after 5 other oryxes. Unfortunately, all of them met untimely fates, as it is difficult for a lioness to care for an oryx in the wild. Dog and orangutan. Dogs have been pets for humans for years, and now this group of orangutans seem to also be treating Roscoe the dog as a pet. The animals have all known each other for over 7 years, and play, care, and sleep together. When they first met, Roscoe was a stray, and the group of orangutans fed him monkey biscuits and cared for him when Roscoe followed them to the enclosure. Now Roscoe has become something of a pet to this group of orangutans. The bond between them is adorable. Antelope and giraffe. In a safari park, a male antelope has been caught jumping the fence between the reserve to seek out a female giraffe named Camila. These two started to see and hang out with each other as infants, and this relation continued into their adulthood. It has apparently even gone so far as the male antelope being caught trying to mate with the giraffe. Bear, tiger, and lion. An American black bear has spent his entire life in the same enclosure as a tiger and a lion. These three are all around 12 years old and enjoy playing and sleeping together in a wildlife sanctuary in Atlanta. The level of power goes from the bear to the lion and finally to the tiger, who enjoys testing the waters on a daily basis. Bulldog and lion cub. In South Africa, these two animals were raised in the safari park and loved to play around with each other. As they were raised together, the two formed a very close bond, just wanting to play all day long. This is a seemingly common thread between all of these animal relations: the idea of play and being vulnerable with each other despite being of different species. Capybara and puppies. In a wildlife refuge in the US, this special capybara has mothered several litters of puppies. She sleeps, eats, plays, and grooms with them, and has acted as an adopted mother for at least 4 litters of puppies. Capybaras in the wild sometimes help mother others young, so here it is assumed that the mothering instinct must have kicked in despite this specific capybara not ever having her own children. Hippo and tortoise. Finally, we have the most unlikely animal relationship of all, the hippo and the tortoise. In a wildlife sanctuary in Kenya, a baby hippo named Owen was rescued after being separated from his family during a flood. The sanctuary staff introduced Owen to a 130-year-old tortoise named Mzee, hoping that the older animal could provide comfort and companionship to the young hippo. To everyone's surprise, Amaze and Owen became inseparable friends. They would eat, sleep, and play together, and Amaze would even allow Owen to ride on his back. Monkey and deer. In the jungles of Asia, a unique relationship has been observed between monkeys and deer. It's been observed that monkeys often ride on the backs of deer, using them as a form of transportation to navigate through the dense forests more easily. This mutually beneficial relationship showcases the remarkable adaptability and resourcefulness of animals in the wild. Honey-guide bird and human. In some African cultures, a bird called the honey-guide has a fascinating relationship with humans. The honey-guide bird has the remarkable ability to lead humans to beehives, where they can harvest honey. The bird guides the human with its calls and flight patterns, and once the hive is opened, the bird feasts on the leftover wax and honey. This is a prime example of the unique partnerships that can exist between different species in nature. Rhinoceros and bird. In the grasslands of Africa, an unexpected duo can often be seen roaming together, a rhinoceros and a bird. The bird, known as the oxpecker, perches on the back of the rhinoceros and feeds on insects that bother the rhino. In return, the oxpecker acts as a sentinel, alerting the rhinoceros to potential dangers with its loud calls. This incredible relationship demonstrates how animals can work together to protect each other in the wild. Squirrel and crow. Squirrels are known for their territorial behavior when it comes to food, but in an astonishing display of generosity, a squirrel was caught on camera sharing its food with a crow. The squirrel carefully breaks off pieces of its food and offers them to the crow, showcasing unexpected acts of kindness and cooperation among animals. Zebra and wildebeest. In the savannas of Africa, zebras and wildebeests are often seen sticking together in mixed herds. This behavior provides mutual benefits for both species, as their combined numbers create a greater chance of detecting predators and escaping from them. This extraordinary example of interspecies cooperation in the wild illustrates how animals can form alliances to increase their chances of survival. Elephant and dog. In the Elephant Nature Park in Thailand, an elephant named Kam Laa was rescued from the tourism industry. She became best friends with a stray dog named Thong A, who had also found refuge in the park. Thong A would often ride on Kamla's back, and the two would play and cuddle together. These are just some of the incredible examples of unlikely animal relationships that exist in the world. It's amazing to see how animals can form bonds and friendships that transcend their natural instincts and behaviors. These relationships remind us that kindness, compassion, and friendship can exist between any species, regardless of their differences. Thank you for staying till the end. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Tales and Paws for more fascinating content. Until next time, take care and stay curious.